his mouth. That's in the Constitution. The Fifth Amendment. You've heard of it?
Everyone has.
Well, sure. I mean, I've heard of it. Well, I know what it is. What I'm trying to say, though, is that... Well, anyway, I just think he's guilty.
No reasons. Just guilty. There was a life at stake here.
Okay, then let's go to the facts. Number one, let's take the old man who lived in the upstairs apartment, right below the room where the murder took place. At 10 minutes after 12 on the night of the killing, he heard some noise coming from the upstairs apartment. He said it sounded like a fight. 15 seconds later, he heard the kid scream at his father, "I'm gonna kill you." Then he went to his window, looked out, saw the kid running down the stairs and out of the house. Then he called the police, and they found the father with a knife in his chest.
And the coroner fixed the time of death at around midnight.
Right. And what else do you want?
It doesn't seem to fit.
The boy's entire story is flimsy. He claimed he was at the movies. That's a little ridiculous, isn't it? He couldn't even remember what picture he saw.
That's right. Did you hear him? You're absolutely right.
He didn't have any ticket stub.
Who keeps a ticket stub to the movies?
That's true enough.
I suppose, but the cashier didn't remember him.
And the ticket taker didn't either.
Well, look, what about the woman across the street? If her testimony don't prove it, then nothing does.
That's right. She saw the killing, didn't she?
Let's go in order. Now, just a minute. Here's a woman who's laying in bed and can't sleep. It's hot, you know. Well, she gets up, and she looks out the window, and right across the street, she sees the kid stick the knife into his father.
Now, how could she really be sure it was the kid when she saw it through the windows of a passing elevated train?
She's known the kid all his life. His window is right opposite hers across the L tracks. And they proved that you can look through the windows of a passing L train and see what's happening on the other side. They proved it.
Weren't you telling us just a minute ago we can't believe them? We can't trust them?
So?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you believe her story? She's one of them too, isn't she?
You're a pretty smart fellow, aren't you?
Now take it easy. All right, sit down. What are you letting him get you all piled up for? Relax.
They did take us out to the woman's room, and we did see through the windows of a moving elevated train. Didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And weren't you able to see what happened on the other side?
I couldn't see as well as they told me I would. But I was able to see what happened.
You see? Do you see?
All right, let's calm down. It's your turn.
Oh, I'll pass it. That's my privilege. How about you?
Oh, well, I started to be convinced. You know, the testimony from the woman across the street.
Didn't they say something about how there was a fight between the boy and the father about 7 o'clock that night? I could be wrong.
I think it was 8 o'clock, not 7.
That's right, 8 o'clock.
They heard the father hit the boy twice, and then saw the boy walk angrily out of the house.
Right.
What does that prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the picture. I didn't say it had to prove anything.
Anything else?
I don't know. Most of it has been said already. Look, we could talk all day about this thing, but I think we're just wasting our time.
I don't.
Neither do I. Go on.
Look at the kid's record. He's stolen a car. He's been arrested for mugging. I think that they said that he stabbed somebody in the arm.
They did.
He was picked up for knife fighting. At 15, he was sent to reform school.
And he was sent to reform school for knifing someone.
This is a very fine boy.
Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly. He used his fists.
So would I have a kid like that?
You're right. It's the kids. The way they are, you know. They don't listen. I've got a kid. When he was 8 years old, he ran away from a fight. I saw him. I told him right out. I said, I'm going to make a man out of you, or I'm going to bust you up in a little piece of twine. At 15, he hit me in the face. I haven't seen him in 3 years. Rotten kid. I hate tough kids. You work your heart out and they just... Well, let's just get back to the kids.
We're missing the point here. This boy, let's say he's a product of a filthy neighborhood and a broken home. We can't help that. We're not here to go into reasons why slums are breeding grounds for criminals. They are. You know, and so do I. The children who come out of the slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
You said it there. I don't want any part of them, believe me. I've lived in a slum my entire life. Now wait a second.
understand the sensitivity.
Let's stop the bickering. We're wasting time.
It's your turn.
All right? I had a peculiar feeling about this trial. Somehow I felt the defense counsel never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. Too many questions were left unasked.
While it doesn't change my opinion about the guilt of the boy, still, I agree with you that the defense counsel was bad.
So,
This is a point.
what about the facts?
So many questions were never answered.
And what about the questions that were answered? For instance, why don't we take that cute little switch knife? You know, the one that fine, upright boy admitted buying?
All right, let's talk about it. In fact, let's get it in here and take another look at it. I'd like to see the knife again, Madam Foreman.
We all know what it looks like. I don't know why you need to see it again. What do you think?
The gentleman has the right to see exhibits and evidence.
Fine by me.
This knife is a pretty strong piece of evidence. Don't you agree?
I do.
Now let's get the sequence of events right as they relate to the switch knife.
The boy admits leaving his house at 8 o'clock after being slapped by his father.
Or punched.
Or punched. He went to a neighborhood store and bought a switch knife. The storekeeper was arrested the following day when he admitted selling it to the boy.
I think we all agree it's a pretty unusual knife. It's hard to forget something like that.
The storekeeper was arrested the following day when he identified it and said it was the only one of its kind he had in stock. Why did the boy get it?
As a present for a friend, he says.
Am I right so far?
Right?
You bet he's right. Now listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about.
Next, the boy claims on his way home the knife must have fallen through a hole in his coat pocket, that he never saw it again. Now there's the story, ladies and gentlemen. You know what actually happened. The boy took the knife home, and a few hours later, stabbed his father with it, and even remembered to wipe away the fingerprints. May I? Everyone connected with the case identified this knife. Now, are you trying to tell me that someone picked it up off the street, went to the boy's house, and stabbed his father with it, just to be amusing?
No. I'm saying it's possible that the boy lost the knife and someone stabbed his father with a similar knife. It's possible.
Take a look at that knife. It's a very strange knife. I've never seen one like it before in my life. Now, aren't you trying to make this accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
I'm not trying to get anyone to accept it. I'm just saying it's possible.
And I'm saying that it's not possible. What are you trying to do?
Who do you think you are?
Quiet! Let's be quiet.
Where did you get it?
I got it at a little junk shop around the corner from the boy's house. It cost $2.
You listen to me.
I'm listening.
You pulled a real smart trick here, but you proved absolutely nothing. So what if there's 10 knives like that? So what?
Maybe there are.
The boy lied, and you know it.
And maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he did lose the knife. Maybe he did go to the movies. Maybe the reason the cashier didn't recognize it was because he snuck in. Maybe he was ashamed to say so. Is there anyone here who never snuck into a movie once or twice when they were younger?
I did not.
Really? Not even once.
We did not have movies.
Oh.
Maybe the boy did go to the movies. Maybe he didn't. And he may have lied. Do you think he lied?
That's a stupid question. Sure he lied.
Do you?
You don't have to ask me that. You know my answer. He lied.
Do you think he lied?
Oh, I don't know.
Now, wait a second. Who do you think you are, the guy's lawyer? Listen, there's still 11 of us in this room who thinks he's guilty. You're alone. What are you trying to accomplish? If you want to be stubborn and hang this jury, he'll be tried again and found guilty as sure as he's born.
You're probably right.
So what are you going to do about it? We could be here all night.
It's only one night. A man may
Oh,
die.
now, come on.
Well, yes, that is true.
Okay, I think we ought to get on.
Yes, we're going.